Yo, Celtics Nation! Are you ready for a video that's gonna hit you right in the feels? Today, the NBA world is buzzing with news that'll keep you glued to your screen. We've got 4 massive updates about our Boston Celtics that'll take you on an emotional roller coaster from hope to straight up tension. Each one's a game changer for our season. Are we staring at an epic comeback or a challenge that'll test our loyalty to the core? You won't believe what's going down in Beantown. So grab a seat, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into this green whirlwind. What's your take on the Celtics' future? Drop it in the comments. Alright, Celtics Nation, let's jump into the first bombshell that's rocking Boston. Picture this. The Celtics, always all in for a championship, are now facing a curveball nobody saw coming. With Jason Tatum's devastating Achilles tear in the second round of the playoffs against the Knicks, the 2025-26 season is pretty much a wash for him. This isn't just a roster hit, it's a full-on earthquake for the team's plans. Boston's stuck in the second apron, with a payroll hovering around $262 million, one of the NBA's priciest. What's the move? Shedding salary is the new mantra. Without Tatum, the title dream's fading fast, so the front office is scrambling. Here's the wild part. Word on the street is that Brad Stevens and the crew are eyeing a reunion with some old favorites, Marcus Smart and Robert Williams III. Yup, the Warriors, the Garden faithful, never forgot. Why? Both are on expiring contracts, which could ease next year's financial crunch, and let's be real, neither has quite shined with their new teams due to injuries. Smart's gritty defense and Williams' paint presence could be perfect stopgaps while the team regroups. Here's the kicker. The Celtics are looking at a disabled player exception for Tatum's injury to get some cap relief for trades. Now, imagine this. Smart back in Boston, bringing that heart on the sleeve. Energy and Time Lord, when healthy, is a defensive beast. But here's the big question. Is this enough to stay competitive? Fans are torn. On X, some are calling for a full reset, while others think leaning on Jaylen Brown and familiar faces could hold things together until Tatum's back. The risk? If this flops, Boston's championship window might slam shut. Brad Stevens, the trade wizard, has the tools, but the pressure's insane. Tatum's injury flipped everything. Once kings of the East, now the team's learning to walk again. Is bringing back Smart and Williams a step toward rebuilding or just a band-aid? Celtics Nation is watching and the debate's heating up. But hold up, because the next piece of news is gonna blow your mind. While we're still reeling from Tatum's injury, brace yourself for this. The NBA's hottest rumor has the Celtics in the mix for a blockbuster trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's right, the Greek Freak 2-time MVP might be on his way out of Milwaukee, and Boston's at the center of the storm. ESPN's Jay Williams dropped the bomb on First Take. With new management and a sky-high payroll, the idea of blowing up the roster for a superstar like Giannis is gaining traction. Why? The 2024-25 season saw the Celtics as the East's second seed with a 61-21 record, but that second round playoff exit stung. With Tatum sidelined for most of 2025-26, the championship window shrinking. Williams floated Jaylen Brown as a centerpiece for a Giannis trade. Given Brown's versatility and concerns about the hefty contracts of vets like Porzingis, Horford, and Holiday, picture Giannis in green, dominating the paint and locking. Down the defense, fans are split. On X, some call it crazy to trade Brown, the guy who carried us in the 2022 finals, while others see Giannis as the leader for a fresh start. But Brian Windhorst threw some shade, saying Tatum's injury complicates things. Before, Boston was a prime destination for the Greek Freak, but now, with Tatum's recovery uncertain, it's a huge gamble. Would Giannis' physicality and leadership make up for Tatum's absence? Or would trading Brown dismantle the core that won it all in 2024? The financials are brutal too. Giannis' massive contract would push Boston's second apron struggles to the limit, and Stevens would need to work some serious magic to balance the roster. Plus, Miami and Brooklyn are also in the Giannis sweepstakes. X is buzzing with fans calling it all or nothing for next season. If this trade happens, it could be the biggest move in recent Celtics history. But if it backfires, pray Tatum comes back at 100% or the team could crumble. So what's the call? Go all in for a superstar or hold the core and wait? While we're debating, another update's gonna hit you hard. And while we're freaking out over the Giannis rumors, here's another shocker. Derek White's name is popping up in trade talks that could reshape the Celtics. With the team desperate to cut payroll and Tatum out, White's become the prime trade candidate. Why? He's one of the roster's most valuable assets, an elite guard who defends like a beast, shoots threes with precision, and can play both backcourt spots. According to Bleacher Report's Greg Swartz, 4 Western Conference teams are circling: Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Sacramento Kings. Each sees White as a perfect fit. For Dallas, he'd be Kyrie Irving's ideal sidekick, bringing defense and floor spacing. Imagine him with Curry and Golden State, thriving off ball and locking down the perimeter. For the Wolves and Kings, White's the versatile point guard they've been missing. Fans are freaking out. On X, some say trading White would be giving away one of the league's best defenders, while others see it as the cost of escaping, the second apron, and rebuilding. The catch? The offers. Golden State might have the best package with young talent and draft picks, but Sacramento could throw in bigger salaries to ease Boston's cap woes. But seriously, trading White? The guy's the heart of the Celtics defense, averaging 15 points, 5 assists, and 1.2 steals last season. He was clutch in the 2024 title run, and now, without Tatum, he's carrying even more. The question is, what's the return? If it's just salary relief, that's a gut punch to Celtics Nation, but a haul of promising young players and picks could set up a smart transition until Tatum's back. Brad Stevens is holding a hot potato. He's made genius trades before, but this call could define the team's future. Fans are split. Some want to keep the core. Others say it's time for bold moves. The risk: if White's traded and the return's weak, Boston could slip in the East. Hold your breath, because the next update's gonna make you rethink everything about the Celtics' future. And while we're trying to wrap our heads around losing Derek White, here's the final bombshell that'll tug at every Celtics fan's heart. With Tatum's injury and the second apron payroll choking the team at $262 million, the 2025 offseason is a make-or-break moment. Brad Stevens and the front office are looking to the past to save the future, drawing inspiration from the 2022 Golden State Warriors, who beat Boston in the finals. How? By making bold moves to retool without closing the title window. That year, the Warriors lost Durant but struck gold with Andrew Wiggins, who became a championship cornerstone. Boston wants to follow suit, ease the cap, keep Jaylen Brown as the foundation, and surround him with the right pieces until Tatum returns. Fans are torn on X. Some call it a brilliant plan for a smart transition. Others fear it's the end of our glory days. The strategy's risky. Without Tatum, 2025-26 could be a bridge year, but Stevens has shown he can work miracles. He's under pressure to move big contracts like Porzingis or Holiday and bring in assets to keep the team in the hunt. The Warriors' blueprint shows that betting on versatile players and draft picks can turn a tough year into a future title. But what if it flops? Celtics Nation is on edge. X-posts are screaming that Stevens needs to nail this, or it's now or never. The biggest fear? Losing the chemistry that fueled the 2024 championship. The biggest hope? A squad that comes back stronger when Tatum's healthy. Stevens holds the keys. Who stays, who goes, and how to build a roster that weathers the financial storm and Tatum's absence. The Warriors comparison sparks hope, but it's scary too. What if Boston doesn't find its Wiggins? Worse, what if the plan's just about cutting costs and sacrificing competitiveness? Fans are demanding answers, and every move will be under a microscope. For now, the team's future hangs in the balance, and all we want is to see that green shine again. But hold up, it's your turn to jump in and tell us what you think. Celtics Nation, what a day! Tatum's injury shook everything, forcing a salary shedding plan with possible comebacks for Smart and Williams. Then there's the jaw-dropping Giannis rumor, splitting fans between going all in and playing it safe. Derek White on the trade block to the west is another dagger, and the Warriors-inspired strategy puts Brad Stevens on the hot seat. Are the Celtics on the right path to reclaim the throne, or are they risking too much? What's your take Are these moves the end of an era or the start of something bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe.